Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jyoti. Uh, I am Professor Jairaj Shekhar. I hope all of you know about me, so there is no need of any brief introduction about me. Today, I am going to discuss with you regarding the biomedical waste management. That is a serious issue. What is going on in our country? So, uh, we have to discuss uh, what is biomedical wastage and how we are doing that biomedical wastage during this pandemic period. This hazardous waste, everybody is visible. Is it possible for you to see all the slides? Slides and my voice are okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is hazardous waste? Actually, hazardous waste, any waste that can cause harm to human health or environment. Together alone in contact with the waste or substances. So that is called that hazardous waste. You just see that statistics. That is, it may be wonder. It makes some wonder because the hazardous waste has increased. That waste generating industries has increased from 66,914 to 69,308 during the period of 2017 to 2020. But you just notice that that waste what generated from these industries are reduced. This is actually wonder. Total waste generated tons per annum uh, is total waste is from 9.44 tons per annum to 8.78. It is decreasing. And you just see that utilizable hazardous wastage, it is increasing. Utilizable in the sense we can use that thing. So it is increasing. And again it is decreasing. Landfilling hazardous wastage decreasing, and recyclable decreasing, and incinerable hazardous wastage is decreasing. This is happening in overall scenario, not our healthcare sector. In overall scenario, that hazardous wastage producing industries are increasing, but the waste what those industries produced are decreasing. This is the normal one. But what about our healthcare field? We just see that uh, India disposes of 12 percentage of hospital waste without any treatment. This is one statistics. India, the whole India, we dispose 12 percentage of our hospital waste without any treatment. Bihar and Karnataka are the worst performing states according to data release. That is the very worst performance states are Bihar and Karnataka. You just see the statistics from 2017 to 2019 biomedical wastage in India. Per day biomedical waste generated uh, 5,59,080 kg. But what is our treatment? What is our treatment? 2017. How much of they are treated? How much? What is the treatment over there? That is 518.57. That is that only it is treated. That is biomedical biomedical waste getting treated is only 92 percentage treated. Remaining are not at all treated. I told you 12 percentage of the hospital waste without any treatment it is disposing. So biomedical waste treated per day is in kg is for 518.57, and in 2018 6 lakhs 14,740 is biomedical waste generated, and 5,034,000 5 lakh 5 sorry uh, 539 that is totally incinerated, totally treated things are this only. So 86.9, and comparatively 2019 it is somewhat increased. 88% of that total biomedical waste is treated. That is, as I told you, 88 12 percentage of the hospital waste is not at all treated. So this is happening before our pandemic. What about the pandemic period? Pandemic period, what is happening? COVID 19. When COVID 19 is pandemic is increasing, what is happening? June 20. to March 21. This is the exact amount. This is in kg. That amount of medical waste is rapidly increasing as a coronavirus persists in its location and spread. Surgical masks, gloves, and personal protective equipments were disposed as a part of household waste on roadside, dumping behind hospitals, dumping on beaches, parking lots, and landscapes, and cremation with corpse on crematorium. These are all happen everywhere. We can find that biomedic COVID-19 wastages. Any medical wastage, such as blood-stained cloths, biological material, used needles, and scalpels, may contain coronavirus or other pathogens that are harmful to humans and the environment. This is after the pandemic come over here. These are all things that happen. After that, what is after that? Because of this biomedical wastage is increasing, what our government is doing, what our pollution control board or our government is doing, in the sense, this is the activity what they did so far. March 19, 2020, they developed guidelines on medical waste management system for isolated wards. That is developed by the Central Pollution Control Board. Then March 25th, guidelines for isolated wards beyond health facilities were reviewed, because we make some isolated centers in the outside, so that it was developed. Then April 18, 2020, second review directs proper management of wastewater generated at the treatment centers. What are all the water we are using for the corona patients, that should be treated properly. That is at April 18th it was released. Then May 1st, Supreme Court upholds medical waste management mobile app or mobile processor developed by the Central Pollution Control Board. Then we have to discuss about this mobile app very detailed manner. July 14, 2020, the Central Pollution Control Board reviews the separation of general medical waste in quarantine home. Whether a person is quarantined in a home, how the pollution should be separated, quarantine, that will be destroyed. That it was discussed. So actually, during this period, the Central Pollution Control Board has tightened its grip on classifying corona-contained wastage as a hazardous biomedical waste, because of the risk posed by the medical waste caused by the corona. Since 2020, March 2020, that Pollution Control Board has periodically issued guidelines under the medical waste management rules. The guidelines are designed to ensure that hazardous COVID-19 medical waste from hospitals, health camps, mortuaries, medical laboratories, and other medical institutions is carefully collected and transported to the medical waste disposal sites for disposal. Actually, in this medical waste management, particularly COVID waste management, Supreme Court did lot of things. Supreme Court makes some order on first point is send medical waste only to medical waste treatment plants. Why it is happening? Some municipalities, including North and South Delhi, our capital, send their medical waste to energy plants. Send their that even COVID waste were sent to the waste to energy plants, WT plants, so that the Supreme Court intervened and it's directed all the municipalities to send the medical waste only to the medical waste treatment plants, not to other places, because there only it will be segregated properly. And the incinerators which are available in the WTE, that is waste to energy centers, are not efficient. So the incinerators which is available in this medical waste management treatment plant is good, and there only we have to send everything, so that a Supreme Court directed all the municipalities to do that. Then second one is online emission monitoring system. Actually, this is very pity thing, pathetic thing. A report submitted to the Supreme Court on July 2nd, 2020 by Pollution Control Board states that although most medical waste treatment plants have an online emission monitoring system installed, they don't they do not function satisfactorily. So for that, the Supreme Court has directed the municipal authorities and state pollution control boards to ensure that the online emission monitoring system is functioning properly at medical waste treatment plants, and that the data of the system is sent to the state and central pollution control board websites in timely manner. Then only we have to develop some uh, strategies to control this wastage and all. So the third point, barcode system for monitoring medical waste. The court also directed the Central Ministry of Environment and Central Pollution Control Board to immediately set up a portal or barcode system for monitoring medical waste. If a hospital is releasing some waste, in the sense, immediately the barcode will be fixed on that particular waste bag and it will be disposed. Then only we can see from which hospital or which place it came. And the system is by the direction of the Supreme Court, it is implemented, but only very few states. If you take that south part of India, only Kerala is doing successfully. Other states are not doing in a very proper manner. So the next important thing regarding this COVID waste management is the Supreme Court direction again. Supreme Court made mandatory for all municipal corporation and state pollution control boards to use COVID-19 BWM app on July 30th, 2020. That is, in May 2020, the Central Pollution Control Board introduced the COVID-19 BWM app. Actually, before the Supreme Court's direction, our Central Pollution Control Board introduced this app to monitor COVID medical waste disposal as recommended by the National Green Tribunal. The app allows the following to feed in the data so that medical waste in the backdrop of the novel coronavirus disease could be tracked and monitored. Actually, through this app, what we have to do is, it's a generator of waste. The generator of where the waste is generated, COVID waste is generated, that we have to feed. Urban local body, in the case of home healthcare and hospital or laboratory, urban local body should be feed the data in the app. Then the picker of the waste, transportation of urban local body, or the waste treatment facility, and the waste treatment, and the third one is waste treatment operator. All these three things should be where the waste, what is the source of the waste, how it is transported, how it is disposed. All the data should be entered in the app. That is COVID-19 BWM app. Based on the recommendation made by the Environment Pollution, that is Prevention and Control Authority, EPCA, the Supreme Court has mandated the use of this app, because before Supreme Court make it as mandate, it was as it is not compulsory for the municipal corporations. You can use, in the sense you can use, otherwise you cannot use, like that. So Supreme Court make all the people, make all these listed people, that is where the source is, what is the source of that waste, and how it is transported, how it is destroyed. For all the things we have to enter the data. That is not mandatory. Before a Supreme Court make it as a mandate one. After that July 30th, it is a mandatory one. But what is happening now? Actually, till 31st July, the comments of this app is nice COVID-19 app, better, nice, good service. But what is the current scenario? The app is not working since 2 to 3 months. Tried everything, still not working. Update the app. Mail sent to given email IDs. Talk to the technical person regarding problem. No solution yet. Very poor response. And sending notice for not upgrading data on the app. It is ridiculous. Every comment is like that. This app is not working. When the app is opened in mobile, it promotes to update. New version, but the new version is not available. After changing the password, the system which are ready logged in. This is the problem. This is the problem what we are having. The data where through which we are having collected the data, that particular system is not functioning. This is the current scenario of that particular app. So actually the app, what it did, the essential tweaks of that app is steps to better manage COVID-19 medical waste. Why our Supreme Court make that that is BWM app as a mandatory one, because it has to develop, intensify awareness among citizens and enforce segregation at sources. We can segregate that medical waste at the source, even in the home or hospital or in the isolated centers, even in the containment zone. Then ensure all waste generators and processes are registered on COVID-19. The municipal, the corporation, that COVID, that biomedical waste disposal centers, everybody has to make them to register under this app. This is the essential takes. But why BM app is essential? Actually, BM app what did is limit the use of PPE kits and other single-use paraphernalia on only to frontline workers. Promote the use of uh, reusable cloth mask among the general public, because the waste is very high. Whenever we are using that mask again and again, we have to, the waste is very high. So it did like this: use washable utensils in the quarantine camps, homes, to minimize waste. Plug the gaps, the guidelines through regularly updating them. The pollution control board should provide data that segregated according to the generation sources, waste types and treatment facilities. Then doing this will help strategies for any outbreaks or pandemic waves. That Central Pollution Control Board should also reflect on the rural scenario in terms of quantum of generation and the general practices followed to the dispose of COVID-19 biomedical waste. Then ensure that vaccination camps outside hospitals segregate the waste properly. And as per the biomedical waste management rules 2016, barcode the bags used for collecting biomedical waste for tracking the source of the waste once it reaches the treatment facility. So according to that biomedical waste management rules, it is mandatory barcode should be there. Kerala is one of the few states that can be barcoding its waste bags, and it has been a major part of its response towards the pandemic. Only one state they are doing properly. So what is happening? The next, the magic numbers. Why I'm putting the caption as magic numbers? In the sense, data collected by the pollution control board using this app. They are using this app and they collected the data, shows that 45,954 tons of COVID waste was generated nationwide in 1 year up to May 10, 2021. Up to May 10, 2021, 45,954 tons. First wave of the coronavirus have generated 126 tons of COVID waste per day. First wave of coronavirus has generated 126 tons of COVID waste per day. This is 20% of the total medical waste. Actually, we at that time we produced 614 tons of waste. This is the 20%. That is 126 tons of COVID waste per day. That is the 26% of the medical waste generated in a single day across the country. One second. So, why it is magic number? In the sense that again, the report submitted to the National Green Tribunal on January 14, 2021 by the Pollution Control Board mentions that there are total number of 198 medical waste treatment and disposal. Hello. 198 medical waste treatment and disposal facilities in our country with the capacity to treat 826 tons of medical waste per day. Actually, a report submitted to the National Green Tribunal on January 14, 2021 by the Pollution Control Board. Very recently, January 14, 2021, they submitted the report that 198 medical waste treatment and disposal facilities. Please keep it in your mind, 198 medical waste treatment and disposal facilities in our country with the capacity to treat 826 tons of medical waste. 826. These numbers are magic numbers. 198, 826. Why I'm telling that magic numbers, I will tell. According to this report, what you are thinking, but our daily waste generation is only 614 tons. But our country is having the infrastructure to uh, treat 826 tons of medical waste per day. So what is the conclusion we can come? According to this report, there seems to be a structural facilities in our country to handle additional COVID wastage. This is the conclusion we can come. But what is happening next? Another report, according to the Pollution Control Board data, the total amount of medical generated in May 2021, when India is having the more number of COVID cases, reached 800 tons per day. Even if we reach 800 tons, but according to the report, what we are telling, 826 tons we can destroy. So it is possible to do that thing. But a report submitted by the Pollution Control Board, report submitted to the Pollution Control Board on January 14th, vaguely stated that is the second point I'm mentioning in your slide, 72 tons of medical waste per day, and there is no medical waste treatment facility on the island. Is it possible for you to find out this island in our India? It is Lakshadweep. In Lakshadweep, 72 tons of medical waste per day that island is generating, but there is no medical waste treatment facility. Whether it is magic or not, island is separated and their medical waste are generated. There is no treatment facility. How they will treat the things? Here is the problem. And 72 tons of medical waste per day, and there is no medical waste treatment facility on that Lakshadweep island. And though there is no clear explanation given by the Pollution Control Board, the actual medical waste handling capacity of our country is only 754. Earlier, what they did, 600, they are telling that 614 tons we are producing. At Corona is on the peak, that waste generation was 826 tons. But we are having the capacity, they are telling that we are having the capacity to destroy is 826 tons. Sorry, we are having the capacity is 826 tons. During the when the Corona is peak, we produced 800 tons. But finally, what they did is, they again the same Pollution Control Board gave the report that the country is having only the capacity to treat only 754 tons of medical waste. Currently, we are having the facility to dispose of only 754 tons of medical waste per day. Implies that there are not enough facility to handle the excess medical waste generated due to COVID. So this is the thing. Actually, the one analysis what we did is in that January 2021 and May 2021 reports of Pollution Control Board. It reflects that COVID medical waste was 33% of the total medical waste in May 2021. You just see the entire map of our country. Total waste generated, that is it possible for you to see the numbers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Total biomedical waste generated in the country, and that is in the red color, and in the blue color that is the treatment capacity. What is the capacity we are having, and the percentage what is given is the share of biomedical waste. You just count how many states are. The green color is less waste than treatment capacity, and red color is generating more waste than treatment capacity. You just count the number of states: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hardly 10. And if you take our southern states, Kerala and Andhra. Andhra is very border, but Kerala, if you take, Kerala is generating 66.6, but they are having the capacity to treatment as 89.5. If you take Tamil Nadu, 71.8, but what is the capacity we are having? 55.3. And COVID medical waste is 19% in Tamil Nadu, Kerala is 36%. This is the thing what we are noticing in this map. Uh, in May 2021, COVID waste in Haryana was the highest in India. Haryana, 47% of the total medical waste is COVID waste. It followed by Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, and Delhi. Chhattisgarh 42%, Himachal 40%, Andhra 40%, and Delhi 39%. And even if we take that Pondicherry also, it is having 7.7 it is producing, but in kg, but they are having the capacity to treat is only 4.9. 23% COVID waste are generated. So this is the situation happened when the COVID is peak. Particularly, we analyze the reports of May 2021 and one second. January 2021. So both the things, based on the both the things we are producing, we are flattening the data here. Then what is happening? The country produced 183 tons of COVID medical waste a day in September 2020. Country produced during our first wave, we produced 183 tons of COVID medical waste per day in September 20. When the first wave of corona is peak, that particular time is 183. You just see that diagram, 183, it is in the peak, September. According to the Pollution Control Board, 2-3 tons of COVID medical waste was generated in the May of this year. When our COVID second wave is peaked, at that time we producing 2-3 tons per tons of medical waste was generated in the May of that in that period. That is May up to May 10th. When the second wave peaked, but the number of patients infected with the coronavirus in the second wave, you cannot believe that between this September and May, the number of patients increased is 234%. Comparatively, 234%. The number of patients infected with the coronavirus in the second wave increased by 234% compared to the first wave. It is a fact that these data shows us the increase in medical waste generated by COVID is not in line with the increase in the number of patients. You just see the proportional things. You just see that here the September 183 and May only May up to May 10th, 2-3. But what is that wastage they are telling is it is very less. How they are telling it's very less? Per capita COVID medical waste production. That is the medical waste generated by the coronavirus infected person was 2.09 kg in September 2020. During this period, 2.9 kg in September 2020 and 0.49 kg 0.49 kg in May 2020. This data shows that you just see that one person is producing 2.09 kg in September 2020, one COVID patient. And in May 21, one COVID patient is producing 0.49 kg. How it has happened? These data show that during the second wave, India's per capita COVID medical waste production dropped by 75%, less than the generated in the first wave. So, despite the increase in the number of corona patients in the second wave, the Pollution Control Board stated in its report, May 11, 2021, in its May waste management report, per capita medical waste is significantly lower than the first wave due to the proper separation of medical waste. They are telling that we proper separation of medical waste is happened so that it is dropped. 75% it is dropped. The expert says that, but the experts in our field, they are saying that pollution control board's report may have underestimated the amount of medical waste generation. Some of the medical waste treatment plants owner claim that there is a discrepancy between the disposed medical waste uh, and other and what they dispose of a single day is different. There is a discrepancy between the disposed medical waste and what they are disposing. The data is different. So this is the big challenge in monitoring the places where COVID waste is produced. What we are finding is, we thought, as per the experts' view, maybe we missed some data. So there is also a big challenge in monitoring the place where COVID waste is produced. Waste production of corona patients is varying based on the locations, from isolated homes to temporary quarantine camps. Only in hospitals we are doing properly, but in the home it is not possible because we have to make them to aware about the COVID wastages. Then only it is possible to do that. To intensify monitoring, the state pollution control authority should regularly provide data on the sources of COVID waste, that health centers, isolated houses, medical waste treatment plants, and local bodies to the Central Pollution Control Board in the timely manner. So for that only our Supreme Court make that BMW app as a mandatory one. But what happened? As I told you that I showed the comments of the people. But what happened? However, so far very few people have registered for this app application and very few of them are recording data. You just see, this is underreported. Only in November 2020, 1 lakh people registered. Number of medical waste generators using this app is 1 lakh. Only in November 2020. Other months it is 5,000, 6,000, like that. A report filed by the Pollution Control Board in the National Tribunal Board in January 2021 states that as of December 2020, 184 of the 198 medical waste plants had updating data in BWM app about the waste they handle, but that number dropped to 168 in May 2021. In January 2021, that is 198, but it is dropped to 168 in May 2021. When another important thing is, during this May time 2021, we are in the peak. So with more than 1,06,600 beds in our country is still using the old methods to calculate medical waste. It should be mandatory to implement record data for COVID medical waste into the BWM app. So municipalities or village panchayat should immediately record the details of waste discharge from isolated families with corona patients. So far in November 2020, uh, as I told you, 1 lakh households have been shared in the app. In all other months, they registered between 5,000 to 8,000. Although India had more than half of world's new corona patients by May 2021. In the whole world, we are having the half of the corona patient. Only we have registered 5,084 people shared their data in BWM app. The data on medical waste, which has been shown to be less in the context of second wave, has increased incidence of coronavirus in the rural areas than the urban areas, is worrying. Actually, these practices are regularly doing by the urban people, but in the rural area, actually the second wave, as of all of us we know, second wave rural area is much affected. So what is the data? We are worrying about the data, though data which are the basis of the medical waste discharge from the homes of isolated corona patients are essential, that there are almost no mechanism in the place to monitor corona patients in rural area. So and next thing is, here we are showing that the registration is not proper. it is in zigzag manner. Then after that, colors are in rainbow. Actually, we are using colors in waste management. So, like rainbow, the colors are vanishing. That is happening. Actually, according to the medical waste management rules 2006, medical waste must be segregated with color codes and handed over to the medical waste treatment centers within 48 hours. We have to uh, give the uh, thing within 48 hours. We have to submit the thing, and we have to, based upon the color codes, we have to get the medical waste that comes in red and blue or white bags is recycled after sterilization process. It may be recycled after sterilization process. Pathological and laboratory waste filled in the yellow bags only are sent for the incineration. That is pathological laboratory waste filled in the yellow bag. Yellow bags only we have to send for the incineration. Hospitals follow medical waste protocol when disposing of COVID waste because we are very much experienced, so that we have to send that yellow bags properly. But when patient is in the home isolations, when the patient is in the home isolation, the guideline which states that personal protective equipments, Googles, and other must be disposed in the red bags. Guidelines is showing that you have to, those who are all in the home quarantine, you have to go put your protective equipments and Googles in the red bag. Makes no mention of such waste disposal in home isolation centers. But what is happening in practical, only yellow bags are provided for such isolated homes. What is that yellow bags? Yellow bag, we have to go for incineration. So what the people are doing, without any awareness, yellow bag is given. Then they are sent to the burn. The yellow bag is pathological and laboratory waste, so that yellow bag automatically it go for incineration. The plastics products in that waste are not properly segregated. In that yellow bag, we can put the Googles, we can put the PPE. It is along with the plastic contamination, plastic materials. So it has to be sent to the treatment plants. What will be happen? The owners of the medical treatment, medical waste treatment plant claim that this reduce the effectiveness of the incinerator. By which way? By depositing on the inner walls of the incinerator. These plastic wastages depositing in the inner walls of the incinerator. There is no way to track the pollution caused by the harmful gas. That is one thing. It is depositing. And another thing, what is happening in the incineration centers, that is waste disposal centers, there is no way to track the pollution caused by the harmful gases like dioxins and furans emitted by the burning of plastic waste. So whenever we burn that plastic waste in the incinerator, there is no proper measurement to measure the burning of plastic waste. So a report that submitted to the Supreme Court on July 2nd, 2020 by the Pollution Control Board state that although most medical waste treatment plants have an online emission monitoring system installed, they do not function properly. So that I told you what is happening earlier, that Supreme Court make the intervention, what we have to do. So this is about what is happening in our country. So online emission monitoring system is on also question mark. So these are all the things. So far what we discussed is actually what COVID patient is making. Actually here what we are going to discuss is what happen if vaccination will go for more vaccination. Good news, June 21st, 2021, 289 million Indians have been vaccinated, either first or second dose. But one syringe per person and one glass vial for every 10 or 20 vaccines, depending on the type of vaccine, developed as a medical waste. There, it is the one syringe or glass vial that may be produced. So all these are just the tip of the iceberg. There is a clear indication that 45,954 tons of COVID-19 waste collected by CPCB is a gross underestimation of the actual volume of the waste generated so far. And these are the tip. And what happened is After this way, uh, what we expected is in future, if the drive will go high, you just see that January 0.2 and figures in million. This is 3.4. This is syringes and needles waste due to vaccination. And the vaccination centers, what will happen? The people are thinking that we are not dealing with the COVID patient, so that they may send to that glass vials or syringe for recycling. They may sell that things to the vendors. That should not be happen. That should be properly disposed. So this is what happening in our country regarding the medical waste management. And what is the idea behind that is refuse what you do not need, reduce what you do need, reuse what you consume, recycle what you cannot refuse, reduce or reuse, and rot the rest. This is about a small thing about biomedical waste management, what is happening in India. So you can ask your doubts or share your views, because today is the day. We completed within maybe 40 minutes, I hope, 48 minutes. Uh, you just ask your doubts and clarify your doubts. And what is the scope over there? Suppose it will go over there in the sense, what is the scope over there? Because this app and all, we have to handle. As a hospital management person, we have to develop the system, because inside the hospital that is easy, but in the public health, we have to collect the data. How we are going to design, there is no proper idea. So we have to concentrate on those areas. And I expect your comments on this presentation, please.
Very good presentation, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Actually, the statistics and all, it was like we didn't think about such a high level of so the graphical presentation and all was actually shocking, actually.
Yeah, really, it is shocking. Actually, when I read and I did this research, really, it was very shocking. This is happening in our
That's
India,
hmm.
but we are not considering about these aspects.
Yeah, we are only bothered about the number of COVID cases and the
Yeah.
precautions, all those things. But this side we haven't. That's what. Okay, very good presentations.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. And I want to make some awareness about this COVID wastages, because this is very crucial. This is it's like most hazardous wastage.
Yes,
So
sir.
we have to be keen on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even the developed states like Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Kerala is okay, but Tamil Nadu, we are in the borderline only. So we have to make, so because we are concentrating only on oxygen, other those things. But after the COVID, what will happen? That we are not taking care. These are the things we have to concentrate.
Yes.
Jyoti Murugan.
Hi, sir. Your classes are very awesome, sir. I learned a lot of things from your classes, sir. And I'm literally shocking about the ratio, sir.
What madam told the same thing. Yeah.
Yes. Same thing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you, Jyoti.
It was seriously a thought-provoking session. We could know out of all these aftermath of this COVID thing. Being a future hospital administrator, it's a main aspect to be viewed through, I guess. So, very good idea after your.
Exactly, Akshay. Exactly. Being a you are a budding hospital administrator. You have to concentrate much on this area.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this session.
And basically, we are human beings. We are in the public. We have to take care of those things.
Yes, as a society starts with a single person. So everyone should take some concern towards it to reduce it, as you told. So It was very shocking, as ma'am told.
Even I asked, what I told with madam, the same thing. When I did this research, really I shocked. What
Yes,
is
sir. Yes.
happening here is very, very pathetic. Very pathetic.
Yes, sir. It's very pathetic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Akshay. Any comments? Adira, madam?
Sir, I feel it's an excellent presentation, sir, because we didn't think about this. It's a huge impact. So it's really
Thank you.
shocking.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Shall we close the session? Tomorrow we are having the pharmacy benefit management. Madam is speaking from US. You just join at 5 o'clock. Bonchakas College student, anybody will be there in the sense you just inform with your classmates also. You just come and join because her age is very, maybe she's like your senior and she'll talk much. She's a good motivator. So you please join. What is going on in US that regarding the pharmacy benefit management, and the same thing, if it is possible, you can implement in India. So join at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patient hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Natarajan sir, I forgot to ask with you today. Sorry.
Sir,
How is
it's okay, sir. It is a reality only, sir. In Tamil Nadu, it is a reality only.
yeah.
The proper system is not followed, sir. That is the reason.
Yes.
Proper system is not followed. There is no strict norms also.
Yeah.
Mostly they give the slip, sir, instead of a barcode, and the technology is not implemented. That is the thing.
Nearby Kerala, they are implementing very properly. What happened for us, we don't know.
Okay, sir. In Porur Lake, sir, nearby here,
Yeah,
70%
last week.
of lake
Yeah,
is occupied by biomedical waste, sir.
Yeah.
So people not know the hazard.
Yes,
And also they mostly the private agencies, they only collecting this biomedical waste. One or two agencies instead of full Chennai.
Yeah.
Only there is one or two agencies only collecting, and there is no. I don't think there is a proper medical treatment for home isolation and other things. There is no strict norms will be there, sir. Then only it will come under the regulations will be very strict.
Yes, sir.
Then only the pollution board will take strict actions, and associate with government only the solution will be kept, sir, I think.
Yes, sir. So thank you very much for your joining, sir. And tomorrow we'll meet at 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Excellent, sir. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.